are an expert on goals.
Am I?
You are. That's what I've
Okay, sure.
heard. That
All
you're
right.
the goal man.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit. You've got a new website out that helps people achieve their goals, and I want to find out a little bit about this.
Okay. Yeah. It's called CompleteYourGoals.com. And I got into this many, 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 many years ago. Matter of fact, I was driving down to Florida to do an audition, still lived in Ohio. And I'd gotten some tapes, and I think it was a Samuel Patrick Smith on how to be a professional entertainer. And on it, he'd mentioned this guy, Zig Ziglar. Never heard of him. Never heard of Zig Ziglar before. So I went to the library, found out who Zig Ziglar was. If you don't know who he is, look him up. He is a great speaker, very inspirational. See You at the Top was the first book I got from him. And matter of fact, after I read his book for Christmas, I would go out and buy copies of his book and give it to other people, just because it's like, this is a good book, you need to read it. And it was about setting goals and getting what you want done, how to do it, how to go about it. And from that, I went on to Tony Robbins, Brian Tracy, all the famous quote gurus out there, and learned basically how to do what I wanted to do. How to set goals, how to define them, how to achieve them. And of course, along the way, I've learned what works for me, what doesn't work for me, tried different things, and just sort of honed it down. And then when I knew that we wanted to start having a family, I said, all right, well, I need to stay local more, or at least if I'm going to go out of town, it's going to be for a fair amount of money to make it worth it. So the best way to do that is to not just do magic, because especially in the last few years with the whole AIG thing, where they don't want to spend money on entertainment because it looks bad, but they will spend money on education, even if it's wrapped in an entertainment shell. And that's what I do. My tagline is, I'm the informational entertainer. I will entertain them, but also give them some information, stuff that they need to know about the conference or whatever. This is a big long story that leads me to how I got into the goal thing. I decided, all right, what's my topic going to be? If I do a keynote speech, what do I know? What am I best at besides being a performer? Because most of these people don't want to be performers. Well, it's goal setting. Because as you know, as an entertainer, if you want to be a professional entertainer, where do you go to learn? You have to learn it yourself. You have to be a self-motivator. You have to set your own goals. You have to set your schedule. You have to make sure everything is working properly. I always say that if you work for yourself, then you have an idiot for a boss. Um, and the sexual harassment is, I don't want to get into that. Anyway, over the years, I just learned, all right, well, let me take what I know, which is goal setting, how to set goals, how to define it, what actions you need to take. And I formed what I call a game plan, which is an acronym, because, speakers love acronyms, yay. A game plan: goal, action, motivation, evaluation. And that was the starting point for the keynote that I do and the book that I've written, and which morphed into this website, which basically takes you step by step through the process of the game plan. How to define your goal, how to really specify what it is, how to set a deadline, all the little steps that it takes to get you where you want to be and complete your goal.
Well, I'll tell you from what I've seen of the site, because you did let me in as a beta tester, and I appreciate that. I've been very
Uh,
impressed with it, and we will have a link to it below the video, so that people can go check it out and sign up, because I think it's an excellent way to achieve your goals, and you really walk them through it and help them with it.